it sure make a man feel bad. Might have lived long if I hadn't grieved or so. It sure make a man feel bad.
My name is Johnny Pinchback. Back in 1984, I was accused and convicted of two rapes. Excuse me, two rapes that I had nothing to do with. And these two rapes here that they accused me of, they wanted me to cop out to this. I didn't cop out to this. I didn't have anything to do with that. You know, I'm like, murder, I ain't killed nobody, I ain't raped nobody. No. I'm not gonna tell you. You know, they want me to cop. Well, I can get you 15 years or so. No, I've never raped anybody. You know, and I wouldn't do it. And so they gave me 99 aggravated years. 99. They gave me 99 years. I did 27 years in prison, wrongfully convicted. I did 27 years. When I got there, a lot of these pictures, I lived all of this on the wall. I lived all of that on the wall.
Make a long time man feel bad. It sure make a man feel bad. She might have lived long, I hadn't agreed, but so it make a long time.
But I was born and raised in Dallas. My family bring up, my dad was a bishop, so we went to church probably like 50 days out the week. So the only way I could stop going to church was I had to get a job. So at the age of 16, I'm going to Skyline High School, one of the most prestigious high schools in Dallas. I'm working at McDonald's, making $4.25 an hour. I was arrested May 15, 1994. One of my friends, Ernest Clark, drove me from Oak Cliff, which is a part of Dallas, to North Dallas. He got to his girlfriend's house first, so I paid him $5, which was the initial agreement. I got out, I'm walking home, I'm 19 years old. I got to a phone to call my friend that I was staying with, James Yarbrough, to tell him to unlock the door. He agreed. I hung up the phone, I crossed the street, and as soon as I crossed the street, a police helicopter came on the top of my head, and it shined its light on me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't take out running because I'm just thinking they're looking for somebody in the area. I continually proceeded to walk home. Next thing I know, numerous police cars, they're just everywhere. Get on the ground, get on the... So I'm laying on the ground. They're asking me where the gun is. I didn't have a gun. I've never shot a gun even to this day. And I'm 40 years old. I've never shot a gun. So they put me in handcuffs, took me to a Texaco service station, took me out, was putting some stuff on my hands, took me to homicide. I gave the detective that night Ernest Clark's phone number, Ernest's mom's phone number, Carla Gaskill, that was his girlfriend, James Yarbrough, that's who I stayed with. I gave him all of these phone numbers, and the detective went out, he came back and he said, well, Richard, your story checked out, but we got one person that say they saw you do a shooting. And so from there, I went to Luceric. I stayed in the county jail 17 months. I eventually ended up going to jury trial in August of 1995, and I received a total of 60 years in prison at the age of 20.
Can't get no letter, can't get a word from home. It sure make a man feel bad.
It starts with the 13th Amendment, which is very deceptive if you read it, because you think that slavery has been abolished until you go to prison. Once you go to prison, you realize that they just moved it somewhere else. I was Richard Ray Miles, May 14th, 1994. May 15th, 1994, Richard Miles died. Who I dreamed to be, who I aspired to be, who my mom and dad taught me to be, that person ceased to exist, and I became a commodity of the state. Everything that I did, if they wanted me to clean the toilet, I cleaned the toilet. If they wanted me to sweep the floor, I swept the floor. My name wasn't Richard Miles, it was 72, 87, 16. I'll never forget those numbers because I said it for 15 years.
Seem like everybody is dead and gone.
Make a long time man feel bad.
Oh, it sure.
I was locked up at the age of 19, and I was released at the age of 34. You cannot tell 1966 from 2015.
These pictures bear witness to an institution that is invisible. but I tell you that institution is still there. 3 years ago, 2 guards in Attica took a prisoner out of his cell, dragged him to a place where there are no video monitors, broke both his legs, broke his eye socket, and did other damage to him because they thought he had insulted them. They were indicted on a felony count, they went to trial, they pled guilty before trial, it was reduced to a misdemeanor of official misconduct, and they were released with no fine, no penalty, and never having to check the box, have you ever been convicted of a felony?
Make a man feel bad. Oh.
The San Antonio Four. We want to bring them up and introduce them.
For being here. My name is Cassandra Rivera. I was incarcerated for 13 years. I just want to tell everybody thank you. It means a lot. This is a wonderful turnout.
Hi, I'm Anna Vasquez, and I did 12 and a half years in prison for a crime that never happened.
I'm Christine Mayhew, and I was incarcerated 13 years.
It sure make a man feel bad. Seems like everybody is dead and gone. It make a long time man feel bad. Cotton is grass.
Finally, I've had shows in museums and galleries. I never had a show in a place like this. This is my absolute favorite place to cut a show.
Sure make a man feel bad. Thinking about all of this time I got. It make a long time man feel bad. Oh, it sure make a man feel bad.